Shabbat Shalom.
To have you all here tonight out in this very humid Warsaw Family Amphitheater. Thank you for braving these treacherous weather conditions and coming out in person. We know it'll be worth it. We even have refreshments at the end for you to enjoy to make it extra worthwhile coming out. But if you're sitting in the air conditioning at home and enjoying the low humidity, we welcome you also. And we're not jealous at all. At all. But we are very pleased to have you as well, whether you're joining us on Zoom or streaming on Facebook or elsewhere. Wherever you are, we're very glad to have you join us as we welcome Shabbat. I'm Rabbi Gersh Silberman, along with Rabbi Miriam Phillips and Kanda Waltzman. We're honored to be sharing the bima tonight, along with Paul Zuhl on piano keyboards. And we are thrilled to celebrate not only Shabbat, but also Jordan Eskenazi becoming a bat mitzvah. Mazel tov to you. A lot of preparation and a great celebration this Shabbat. Our service will begin with a blessing over the candles, and I'd like to invite up Francine, Susan, Deborah, Erica, and Marla. We'll take whoever's already here. And folks, we're on page 120 and 121 for the reading. For the folks here who can't see the folks online, we have the seagulls coming to us, it looks like from a house in maybe Alabama somewhere. It's all wooded. Looks like an old country home, doesn't it? Look at that. Is that a deer on the wall behind you with antlers? Oy vey. I hope you didn't catch it. I guess you don't catch those things.
As this Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Shabbat Shalom. And on page 138, Lecha Dodi, we'll be singing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And is this a new melody, or is this one that
we have
getting
had this,
used to?
Yeah, we're getting used to this melody. We've had this here at TBY before. It's by Abby Rothenberg, and it's a Hasidic influenced Lechadodi.
Fantastic. Page 138. For the final verse.
Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam besimcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am segula.
Now that we've welcomed Shabbat, let's welcome each other. Find someone you don't already know and wish them Shabbat Shalom. And the folks on Zoom are going to head out to a brief breakout. And folks, now that we're a little more acquainted with each other here and those online as well, we're going to join together for the call to prayer, the Baruch Hu, which can be found page 146. Please rise if you're here in person.
We continue with the Shema, page 152. Page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת.
You may be seated as we continue with the Micha Mocha, that jubilant celebration of freedom, page 158.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Amen. God, as the evening spreads her long wings, spread your wings, your shelter of peace over us. Hashkivenu, page 160. Page 162. for the Amidah, page 164. And we will continue onto the next pages 166, 68, and 170.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim ve'Koneh Hakol ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot u'Mevei Geula livnei bneihem למען שמו ואהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל מחכה חיים בחסד מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו איש עיני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may be seated as we take some time for a silent prayer. You can pray whatever is in your heart or read the words through page 178.
Shalom יברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Amen.
With our hearts full of peace, we turn our thoughts to wholeness and to healing. Page 382 is our healing prayer. If there is someone who is in need of healing of body, of mind, or of spirit, hold them in your hearts. If you're online, you can put them in the chat. Page 382. The sounds of children, that is the sign of perfect peace, at least in our Tanakh and our Bible. There's a lot of children here. I don't know if kids all the way over in our Oneg section can hear me, but if you're in kindergarten, will you please raise your hands and find an adult, because I get to do something that only happens once in a lifetime. So I would like to invite up a very special young lady, Natalie Bertels, and her family to come up to the bima. And I hope your kindergarten friends are paying attention and are here for you. Thank you, Eitan. Don't know where Dylan is, but maybe he will hear me say his name. He's coming. Fantastic, because this is something you do in front of the community. Come on over, Natalie. I am so privileged to stand with you here today and give you your Hebrew name. So I'm going to give you this blessing, okay, Natalie? Our God and God of our ancestors, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. We join together now in thanking you for the gift of this precious young lady and the sacred blessing of this joyful moment. We pray that her life will be a one of health and happiness, full of love and learning. May Torah always be in your heart, and may your hands always be engaged in acts of tikkun olam, of repairing the world around us. As you receive your Hebrew name, we pray, oh God, that your presence will always be with Natalie, guiding and supporting her through all stages of her life. From this day forward, you will be known among the people of Israel as Natalia Bat Ruvena. As you grow, may you do your name proud, honoring those who have come before you through your actions and inspiring future generations by your character and spirits. And may your parents, with great wisdom and patience, guide you in the direction of Jewish values, and may your community of friends who are here with you today and family always be present for you. Together we say, Amen.
Amen.
Natalie, you are really lucky because most people's names are just given to them. And your English name, Natalie is in memory of your step-grandmother and great-grandmother, right? Women of spirit and grace. But you got the privilege of choosing your Hebrew name. You chose, what name did you choose? Natalia, that's right. And the name you selected sounds a lot like your English name. Is that why you chose it? Yes. Because you are growing into someone who has a strong sense of family and honoring the tradition that your parents are giving you, and also, I think, a strong sense of your own identity. And the name you chose means God will lift me up. God bears me up. And it can also mean I lift up God. And I think that's really appropriate for you because according to your mom, even before you were born, she knew you were a tough fighter and a force of nature. And over the past 5 years, you have shown to everyone who knows and loves you how strong you are, able to lift up God, to lift up goodness, to lift up your own identity. You're determined and independent and brave. And so your parents' blessing for you as you continue to live up to this double gift of Natalia and grace, that you never give up and learn to take failure with grace and pride, and may you always be true to who you are and love yourself as deeply as you love others. We now bless you with this ancient threefold blessing of our people, the priestly benediction. Will you turn towards me for a moment, Natalie? Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken Yiratzon.
Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
Ken Yiratzon.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha. Shalom.
Ken
May
Yiratzon.
God bless you and keep you. May the light of God shine upon you, and may God grant you peace. And we all say,
Amen.
And I have this for you, your certificate, as we join together. And you can have those too, but I'll take them. This has your Hebrew name. And now we all join together in the blessing of Shehechianu for this once-in-a-lifetime moment. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. And just so you get an idea of what happens next, we're going to call up Yordana Ayelet Bat Yosef Ve'el Chana. That's our bat mitzvah. This is what happens. Just a few years later, blink of an eye, you have a young lady ready for her bat mitzvah to lead us in Kiddush. And those who are present, you hopefully picked up some wine or grape juice on the way in. You can rise. Those at home, grab your Kiddush cups or whatever receptacle you are using for your beverage of choice. We can't tell from here, so enjoy. The Kiddush with an introduction.
The seventh day is consecrated to the Lord our God with wine. Our symbol of joy, we celebrate this day and its holiness. We give thanks for all our blessings, for life and health, for work and rest, for home and love and friendship. On Shabbat, eternal sign of creation, we remember that we are created in the divine image. We therefore raise the cup in thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim. Shkach.
Great job. Go back now.
Please be seated. Friends, I'd like a show of hands. Raise your hand if you or someone in your family has recently or is about to go back to school. Wow. Can you believe it? Another school year has begun. Some of us who've had the kids at home enjoyed the fact that the book supplies and stationery items and backpacks and lunch boxes started to appear in the shelves of the various stores that stock them, letting us know that the new school year was coming, because of course, as much as we enjoy the summer vacation, nothing quite like having the kids back at school, right? And the kids love it. Well, some of them. We're in a new school year, or about to be. And of course, if you like New Year's, there's a new year we celebrate on January 1. And if you're a financial person, you might have a fiscal year that happens at a different time. Maybe it's July 1. Any July 1 fiscal year people here? Few people, not many. Well, Judaism has multiple New Years, and one of them is tonight. So I want to begin by wishing you all a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rabbi.
Happy New Year, Rabbi. How could it be that tonight is New Year? Because we're a month away from Rosh Hashanah, right? Rosh Hashanah, 1st of Tishri, the Hebrew month of Tishri, is the new year for years. It's the day that we start a new year and count it. Right now we're in 5783. I'm ahead of myself. We're in 5782. About to be in 5783. Thank you. Fact checker right here. And of course, we'll all be together to celebrate Rosh Hashanah and the beginning of the High Holy Day period. But that's only one of 4 New Years. Then in the late winter, on the 15th of Shvat, Tu B'Shvat, we have a new year for something that we see all around us. Say it. I can see the trio of Ellens wording it. Birthday of the trees. Birthday of the trees. The trees all have the same birthday, 15th of Shvat. Then there is a third New Year, which is the first day of the Hebrew month of Nisan in spring, and that is the New Year of months. So we are used to counting our months in line with the years. January is the first month. In the Jewish calendar, Nisan is the first month, even though we changed the year in Tishrei. Have I lost you all? Yeah, lost you all. The point is, lots of New Years. So you're going to want to know, what is tonight? Why is tonight a New Year? Anyone know? We are celebrating Rosh Chodesh Elul, which according to tradition is the New Year of the cattle. New Year of the cattle. Raise your hand if you own a cow. Anyone owns a cow? Anyone eaten a cow recently? Or part of one? Or at least you think it was. You're not sure because it came in cling wrap and you didn't do genetic analysis. Well, according to Jewish tradition, cows all celebrate the same birthday, and it is Rosh Chodesh Elul. And some suggest that we should expand our thinking beyond just the cows and the cattle to all animals. So we already know some of you have eaten cow recently. Anyone here got a pet at home? A dog or a cat that you would never eat in a million years? Well, it's a birthday for them as well. And what about the birds flying around? Does anyone own a bird? Anyone got a pet bird? No bird people. How about a guinea pig? Any guinea pig people? Dogs and cats it is, and children. It's the new year of the cattle and the animals. But most importantly, this new year gives us a month to prepare. A month to prepare for Rosh Hashanah, which is the new year that gets the most attention, and it deserves to, because it's the new year that brings us back to our tradition, brings us back to our community, brings us back to being our best self. And so as we celebrate the new year of the cattle and the animals, welcome the month of Elul. Let's remember to come back and prepare for the High Holy Days. If you don't have your tickets yet, it's not too late. Adrian's going to remind you when it's time for the announcements, time to sign up. We look forward to seeing you every week of the whole year, whichever new year we're celebrating, but especially we're looking forward to seeing you over the High Holy Days, which is only a month away. So, Shana Tova. Happy New Year. We're now going to turn to the Aleinu, which can be found on page 586. And I'm pleased to call up the father of our bat mitzvah, Joseph Eskenazi. And would the congregation please rise?
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נותן שמיים ויוסד ארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד
And on page 598, we remain standing for Kaddish Yatom, the mourners Kaddish. And on this Shabbat, we're remembering, we're in the Shiva mourning period for dear, long-standing Temple Bat Yam member Jeff Podless. We're in the Shloshim mourning period for Bob Baskett, Morris Murray Shaban, William Green, Rochelle Liss, Kenneth Lapati, Marilyn Rudin, and Kathy Weiss. This Shabbat marks the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the deaths of Harvey Berman, King Burstein, Norman Davidson, Anthony Delfino, Maurice Franks, Leonard Grody, Zita Herndon, Claudia K. Hunter, John L. Ike, Cecilia Nell, Sybil Lantzman, Esther Mandelbaum, Marty Migdal, Ann Miller, Marjorie G. Morris, Sylvia Nurnberg, Rhoda Pechter, Dora Rochberger, Harvey Ross, Rose Aronoff Siegel, Sam Selvin, Philip Smith, Meyer David Wolf, Michael Yatkin, and Esther Zucker. We also remember those who've died as a result of baseless hatred in Israel and here and around the world, those dying from COVID, and those who've died as a result of firearms. Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for an abiding blessing. As together on page 598, we recite the words of the Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevarach le'olam l'amei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiyan v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved, and we say, amen. Please be seated, all except for our fabulous president, Adrian Cohen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and good evening.
Shabbat Shalom.
To our two rabbis tonight, and our wonderful cantor, and Paul Zuhl, and Matthew, and Aaron Ross, and our ushers, and everyone else who made tonight possible. It is so joyful to see so many children running around. We had a very successful youth event tonight. They got to do projects for Havdalah, which is wonderful. Mazel tov to the Eskenazi family. Wonderful, wonderful. She did a beautiful job. I know tomorrow will be great. Tomorrow her bat mitzvah is at 10:30 in the Sun and Shine Sanctuary. And mazel tov to Natalia for getting her Hebrew name. I don't know where she is. Oh, having a good time, which is exactly where she should be. And I'm looking at beautiful Sunny with her great-grandchildren tonight, and just what fabulous nachas. So wonderful, wonderful to have you here with your family. Torah study tomorrow is online only at 9 a.m. with Rabbi Zilberman. Sunday, WTBY will host Rosh Chodesh Elul, led by our wonderful Rabbi Phillips at 7 p.m. It's on Zoom, and it's in person at our fabulous Sally Spiro's house. And I will be there, and I look forward to seeing many of you there. So it'll be my first one in a really long time, so I'm excited. Coming up, you can't miss. The high holidays are coming. Whether you are ready or not, they're going to be here. So please, please, look at your membership renewals. We have lots of different ways you can renew. We're going to try to make it as easy as possible, and Sue Penn is here to help anyone with any questions. Your tickets are on their way, and if you have seats, please talk to Debbie Katz and let her know whether you're going to be using them or not. There's a form you can fill out, and you should be filling it out now. It's time. So that would be great. And there's also forms for childcare, youth programming, High Holiday Appeal, the Yisker book, and more at tby.org. HHD/High Holidays, HHD. So please look online if you need to. You have your handouts in your prayer books tonight also, which has all of our events coming up. And honey from Ort for the WTBY, it really is getting to be the last day to order before the holidays. So order by September 1st, which is actually this coming up week, if you can believe it, September. So, but that is such a wonderful gift, and I know my family loves getting it every year, and my daughter's away in college, and she loves getting the honey. It really reminds her of home. So that is it. Reminder again, membership, High Holidays, coming right up. Thank you, everyone, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Adrian. And reminder, we do have some refreshments to follow for those who are here in person. Thank you for joining us online and in person. We do have a closing song followed by Motzi. What's our closing song tonight?
Our
Cantor?
closing song is Ma Navu. It's words from Isaiah 52, which is actually going to be the Haftarah next week. And the melody is by Yossi Spivak. You'll probably recognize it. It's a very famous hora. And the words are really beautiful and appropriate for tonight with all of our guests here at Temple Bat Yam. If you're new, it's great to see you. The text is, how beautiful are upon the mountains the feet of the messengers of good tidings, of peace and happiness, and of salvation.
Page 359, and please rise. If you want to dance, that's fine too. God for bringing forth bread from the earth, saying,
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Thanks for joining us. Stay safe.